One of the greatest quotes I've ever heard is, "How you do anything is how you do everything." How you do anything is how you do everything. It's so freaking useful. I've been able to apply it to myself, to my friends, to the people I've dated, and especially the people you date, because this is someone that you're presumably going to be linking up with at some point, and like their patterns of behavior and their habits are going to very directly impact you for the foreseeable future. So it's something to be very aware of. But how someone does anything of a particular task, how they behave, is how they do every task. They do everything like that. So for example, okay, let's say there's a guy that you're dating and he's really stingy. He's super stingy. He won't even buy you a $3 coffee when you guys go out. Okay, that guy's that stingy. What's the probability that that guy is going to be very giving in the sex department? Like, what's the probability that that guy is going to go above and beyond to get you off? It's not going to happen. Like, if he's that stingy over here, he's for sure going to just do the bare minimum over here. Like, that's just how it goes. And a lot of people are aware of this. It's what their intuition tells them. But a lot of people just tend to ignore it because there's the novelty of this situation and I'm really into this person. But they're spotting these red flags early on and they see that, like, this is going to be a problem. This is a problem in this little thing. It's for sure going to be a hugely magnified problem in this big thing over here. But people just ignore it. But it's something to really pay attention to, especially in the early stages of the dating game. Because a lot of times people are going to be on their best behavior, of course. However, you will start seeing holes in their game. People will start showing you bit by bit who they actually are, and they're going to let their guard down a little bit. They're going to start expressing themselves, and you're going to start noticing the little asynchronicities in their behavior. So a guy like the stingy dude, or a guy who claims to be a really caring, giving person, but then you watch his behavior and you see how he treats waitstaff. You see how he treats people he doesn't need anything from, how he treats parking attendants, how he treats the bartender. And you start noticing patterns like that. And it makes you think, okay, here's a guy who doesn't need anything from this person, let's say, and he's really rude to them, and he's not kind, and he's not compassionate, and he's just not a good person to this other person. And it kind of makes you think, okay, what's this dude going to be like with me? Because he's all lovey-dovey and he's great and he's attentive and he's supportive to me at the present moment when he likes me or when he needs something from me or when he wants something from me. But as soon as shit hits the fan, or he's not all about it anymore, or he's not totally sure about me, or maybe our relationship is heading down a different path, and he's mentally checking out, all of a sudden it's like, do I go to the bottom of the list? Like, is he going to treat me like he treats people he doesn't need anything from? And I've seen how he treats those people. It's not great. So don't overlook behavior like that. Keep in mind the principle of how he does anything is how he does everything. If he's a super messy dude over here and his car's a huge mess, like you get into his car for a first date and there's just stuff piled all over the place. There's like trash bags and like there's like 3 In-N-Out bags in there and like just chaos like that. Okay, what's the chance that his room is going to be pristine? What's the chance that living with this guy is going to be like that? Like that he's always going to be super organized and he's going to be super clean and everything's going to look awesome. Like, just probably not super high. Like, this is kind of a messy dude. And if that's not a big deal to you, then it's not a big deal. Like, if you notice some behavior, these patterns, and the patterns aren't that bad, it's like, yeah, you know, he's not really ideal in this little thing over here, which I know means it's going to translate to him behaving the same way in this bigger stuff over here. But really, at the end of the day, if he's a little messy, I can live with that. It's not that big of a deal. Or if he's a little this, I can live with that. It's not big of a deal. But if you do notice the things that are going to be big deals to you, that are going to be deal breakers at some point, really notice it. Notice it sooner rather than later to save yourself a whole lot of time and energy, and just be aware that if how he's doing the little things, that definitely translates to how he does the bigger things.